So it's been 3.5 years now since America's NATO's proxy war against Russia and Ukraine. And what do these cocksuckers have to show for it? 1.8 million of Ukraine's households killed in action, eliminated, liquidated, gone, put out of their fucking misery. 400,000 desertions. Motherfuckers don't want to fight anymore. The ones who were motivated, willing Nazis, they all got killed out in the first 2 or 3 years of the war. And now they're kidnapping people off the streets in Ukraine and forcing them to be cannon fodder for NATO's interests. Anyways, about 40,000 NATO personnel also got marked out, destroyed, blown to shit, killed. These motherfuckers, these NATO personnel, they were masquerading as volunteers and humanitarian aid workers and mercenaries, but we all know better. Matter of fact, just this week, Russia captured 2 British colonels and one of their MI6 intelligence officer. So yeah, that just shows you who the fuck Russia's fighting over there in Ukraine. And it ain't just the Ukraine. It's Ukraine and all of NATO and the European Union combined. Since 2022, February 2nd, 2022, Russia liberated over 120,000 square kilometers of land in Ukraine. And they're not done yet. Every day, on a daily basis, they liberate more territory, more towns and villages and cities. Grinding down in the war of attrition, the Ukraines and their NATO masters. Blowing up, destroying all their equipment. Last time I checked, I believe it's $500 billion, $500 billion of NATO equipment that was given to Ukraine. Tanks, artillery pieces, air defense systems, drones, armored personnel carriers, you name it. All that shit got blown up, destroyed, either on the battlefield, on the train tracks, or in the warehouses where they were stored, airports, hangars, whatever the fuck. So they lost $500 billion of military equipment from over 30 NATO countries, spanning Europe and North America. They lost about 40,000 personnel from NATO countries. Ukraine lost 1.8 million people killed in action, and double that who were wounded in action, crippled, blinded, missing limbs, deaf, just in bad shape, out of action. Hundreds of thousands desertions. Half of Ukraine's population, which was 40 million, roughly 40 million before the war, before the conflict, now it's half the size, with 50 million gone to Europe or North America, Canada, and 5 million immigrated to Russia. The war of attrition is taking its toll. Ukraine's low on manpower, on equipment, and there's not much more NATO can do as far as providing support. They pretty much put all their eggs in one basket. They threw everything but the kitchen sink at Russia, including 28,000 sanctions, all the military equipment, targeting data, satellite data, training, NATO standard training for these Ukraine Nazi motherfuckers who's all mostly rotting right now in the summer heat, getting ate up by dogs and pigs and shit, with millions of fucking flies and mosquitoes buzzing over their rotting corpses. Their summer offensive completely failed, guided by NATO instructors, NATO personnel officers. Russia crushed that shit, stopped it. Their penetration into Russia, into Kursk Oblast, completely fucking failed. They lost about 75,000 chumps killed over there, including like 30% NATO personnel. So this whole proxy war against Russia by United States, by the Brits, by NATO, by the European Union is a complete fucking failure. These cocksuckers lost in Afghanistan. They lost to the Houthis in Yemen in the Red Sea. But for some reason, they thought they would defeat Russia. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. We got fucktards for leaders and operational planners. Like, I could have told you there was no victory or success in this bullshit plan. Well, the war of attrition is going, and Ukraine and their NATO masters, backers, it's not looking so good for them. Fuck them. They started this shit. Russia's gonna finish this shit. It is what it is. But I do believe one thing, that this ain't no regular war like we've seen in the last 30 years or so. This is a civilizational war. This war, I believe Russia's victory with its allies, China and others, its victory in Ukraine over the West, over NATO, over the United States, will change the global world order. It will change the world, and it won't be the same as it was before, as we know it. And it's no longer a unipolar world controlled by the United States, dominated by the United States hegemony. This war will make the world multipolar, with multiple great powers controlling their own spheres of influences. Yeah, this is a world-changing war. It's a war for NATO to lose, for Russia to win. So we meet again.